everyone. I am April Jacobs, and I wanted to take a minute to share with you my Beachbody journey. I am currently a diamond coach, and I started coaching back in the very last day of August of 2015. My actual official Beachbody journey started back in March of 2015, and as of now, I have lost about 65 pounds using Beachbody programs and products. So just to go back and let you guys know how I ended up here and what my journey has been like, I guess I should start back in late adolescence, early adulthood. I was never an overly confident type of person. Like, I always in the back of my mind felt like I wasn't good enough at pretty much everything. I wasn't pretty enough. I wasn't good at sports. I wasn't good at my job. I wasn't good at school. Like, I always felt like everyone was better than me at everything. I never, ever, ever had confidence. Luckily for me, I have an outgoing personality and I'm very talkative. So I made it work. Even though that confidence issue was there, I still had a good social network. I had friends, thankfully, and that kept me healthy, I guess, throughout most of my life. I always, looking back now though, felt like I was always the thick girl in my group of friends. Like, everybody was always thinner than me and I was always bigger than them. So I guess I never really had the desire to do anything to change that. I just sort of went along with it and had fun and wasn't all that worried about it until college. And I gained, of course, the freshman 15. And so for me, that was too much because I already was a thicker kind of chick anyways. So I decided at that point that I needed to lose weight. And so I wanted it done then and was very unhealthy with the way I decided to lose weight. I basically did not eat. I was taking diet pills, drinking huge amounts of caffeine and coffee and diet sodas and energy drinks and whatever I could do. I lost a ton of weight very quickly. And the way I kept it off was to just be obsessive with my calorie counting for probably a year or two afterwards. I was obsessed with what I ate. Like, that's all I thought about. It consumed me. So after I finally, settled down, I slowly gained a little bit of the weight back here and there, but wasn't at an unhealthy weight. I got married, had my daughter, and during my pregnancy with her, I gained about 60 pounds. Same thing with my son, probably a little bit more. And both times I used Weight Watchers afterwards, and I would get down to a certain weight, but never worked out. Like, just ate whatever my points were for the day, and I was moderately successful with that. Got to a certain weight and just sort of stalled out every time, lost interest eventually, never really felt fantastic, but I thought, oh, I look a little bit better. So I was okay with it. But, I always had just been that yo-yo dieter, tried Atkins, I've tried South Beach, I've done the diet pills and the counting calories and just pretty much everything. If anybody mentioned it would help me lose weight, I was going to try it. So I, just went along my journey and was stayed about, the same weight I had stayed at after losing weight every time. And unfortunately, in December of 2010, my father passed away, and I am a through and through daddy's girl. My world fell apart when he died. I was so broken and depressed and just lost without him. He was one of my very best friends. I talked to him every single day, and without him, I just didn't feel like myself. I'm a little bit of an emotional eater, so when I am stressed, I eat. When I'm happy, I eat. When I'm sad, I eat. So, dealing with the trauma of losing him and just the overwhelming grief, I turned to food, and that was something I could control. It would make me feel better for the time being, even though afterwards I hated it because I knew I was gaining weight and I wasn't feeling good, and my energy wasn't there, but that's what I did. Over the course of about a year, I gained probably almost 50 pounds and didn't even recognize who I was when I looked at myself in the mirror. I was miserable. And, it affected my marriage. I didn't feel like a pretty wife, and that affected my relationship with my husband. I didn't want to go places, and, I didn't want people looking at me. And it affected me as a mother because I was mad all the time. I was angry. I was frustrated. I felt disgusting a lot of days. I didn't want to go places with my kids. I didn't want to get up and play. And I just, was at a point to where I was just not me. I was lost. And, that went on for a couple of years, unfortunately. And, I put on a good front and a smile a lot of times when I really did not feel like it. And my dad, a lot of the reason he passed away was because of his health. He was very overweight. He was not a healthy person, and he died of a heart attack because his body just wasn't able to keep up with the lifestyle he was living and the bad choices he was making. And one day I just decided I can't do that to my children. I will not do that to them. They deserve to have me as long as possible. And yeah, I may not make it to a ripe old age of 100, but I'm going to do everything in my power to stay here on this earth with them as long as possible and make those memories. And so that is my why. I want to be the best mom that I can be. I want to be a good wife. I want to be a good friend, a good family member, And so I decided I was going to make some changes. I was talking to my sister, and she was telling me about this program called 21 Day Fix and how she had lost a couple of pounds with it, and she loved it. She felt great, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, why not? I've tried everything else. Let's do this. And, wasn't really keen on the idea of working out because I had never worked out ever. I took an aerobics class in college, I think, and that was pretty much it. So that wasn't really my thing, but I thought, well, I'm getting a little bit older. It won't hurt me to work out a little bit. So I decided to do it. I dove straight in. Like, there was no cheating for this chick. Like, when I make up my mind, I'm going to do something, it's going to happen. So I dove in. I was very, much keyed into the program. I was going to trust the process, and I was going to do it. The first week, lost 6 pounds. So I was like, even though I was convinced the whole time, this is too much food. There's no way this is going to work for me. Like, it's not going to happen. It worked. And so I said, okay, let's do this some more. So I finished out my first round. I finished out several rounds and was feeling amazing. People were starting to notice a difference in not only my physical appearance, but the way I was acting and my emotions, and my confidence level was increasing. People kept telling me, you're glowing, you look so different. What are you doing? And I was singing from the rooftops, the Beachbody and 21 Day Fix, and, it's amazing, blah, blah, blah. At that point, I was still not sold on Shakeology. I'm a notoriously cheap person and was not sold on spending over $100 on something that I was going to drink, and I was just not convinced that it was this miracle shake like everyone told me. Oh, how I was wrong. Finally gave in and tried Shakeology a little bit later. But so I lost about 45 pounds or so, and this was like mid-August, and I had been watching Brittany, my coach, on Instagram, and wow, she's like doing these workouts, she's doing what I'm doing, but she's sharing, she's helping people, like, that's amazing. Like, wonder if I could do that. Like, wow, I'm already telling everybody about it. How amazing would that be if I could pay it forward too? And I'm a nurse, and, of course I'm a mom, so I'm already sort of a fixer and somebody who likes to help people. I was working full time from my home already as a baker because I wanted to be home with my kids. And so I was making treats for everyone and teaching them that they needed to be healthy at the same time. I know it's a little ironic, but that's what I was doing. Everything in moderation. So I was, watching Brittany, and she's telling me about this sneak peek week. So I'm like, maybe I'll try that. So I email her, and I go ahead and join the sneak peek week. And totally, from like the first minute of seeing these videos, I was already in. Like, I want to be a coach. I want to do this. I want to change lives. I want people to feel the way I feel right now. Like, I want to help them get to that point to where they have confidence finally, maybe for the first time in their life, like me. Like I'm finally confident. Like I never ever have been a confident person. I'm okay posting a selfie on social media now. Never would have thought that was okay to do prior to becoming a coach. So I wanted to be that person to cheer them on and to believe in them, because everyone deserves that. So I signed as a coach. I hit the ground running. I was going to reach out to everyone that I could, make differences in their lives and change people. So, anybody that talked to me about it, I talked to them about coaching and about Beachbody and how amazing it was. It has literally changed my life. I have seen my challengers go through amazing transformations. Like, it is incredible. Like, not only does it keep me accountable as a person, because there are eyes on me watching me, and I can't mess up because I want them to keep doing well too. So it has just changed me totally. I have gone from someone who would have shied away from pretty much anything out there to being an outgoing person, very confident in who I am, knowing that every day I make a healthy decision and I'm moving forward with my life. I'm taking my challengers along with me, and it is just an amazing feeling. So if you have ever considered being a coach, stop considering it and start doing it. There is nothing bad that comes from becoming a coach. Only good things are going to happen to you as a coach. You are going to not only keep your health at the front of the line, but you are also going to bring all these people along with you and help them too. There's nothing more rewarding than that, than someone telling you that you have changed their life. It is incredible. Think it over, make the decision, and do it. You will never regret it a day in your life. It has helped me in more ways than I can count. My health, the health of the people that are around me, and financially, it has totally changed my family's lives. So I hope that you guys consider it, think about it, and thank you for listening to my story. I hope you have an amazing day.